Hi everybody, so now you can see that we bought everything in the supermarket as well as you can. And I'm going to teach you how to make the sauce and the stuffing, all coming out of your supermarket. Welcome back, we're back at Tokenie, and today I'm going to show you how to make a gravy from scratch without stressing yourself out for Thanksgiving. So once again, onions, carrots, celery, chicken stock, flour, and gravy master. These ingredients will help you make a really delicious gravy for your turkey. You don't really have to cut them exact. Just half a cup of carrots, half a cup of celery, and it's 50% onion. So okay, just like that. And that's a half a cup. And with the onion, just take it and pull the skin off, take the first layer off of the thing, and like I said, it's all rough chop here. Okay, so there you are. That's just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the pan. Just throw the vegetables in, just like that. Okay, you're gonna put them back on the stove. You're gonna let this a little bit to get caramelized themselves, to get the sugar out. A little bit of salt, pepper. That takes about a minute or two. And then you're going to take your chicken stock that you bought, and once you get a little bit of caramelization, you're just going to add all this chicken stock. Okay. And then you got to let it come to a boil. So the reason that you bought the gravy master is to give it a little color. So you're going to take your gravy master and you just pour a little bit in here. Let me show you. So you just going to see how it is, and just drop a little bit, just a little bit, to the color you want. Okay. What I do is I put turkey. I buy some cold cut turkey. I put it in for the flavor. Okay, so you let this cook for a while. You let it cook. You let it come to a simmer. You're gonna start adding a little bit of the flour. You have to be careful with that because that could be a little tricky for you guys. But I'll show you a trick in a minute. Okay, so this is a fast way how you're gonna thicken your sauce. This is called a roux. Roux is very simple. It's flour and butter, even amounts. If you use 1 tablespoon of flour, it's 1 tablespoon of butter. So what you do is you just take the butter in the pan, just let it melt. All right. So as you see, you melted the butter. Just be careful you don't burn it. You use that the flour like that in one go, and start whisking. You whisk just like that. Get it off the fire, and this is called roux. This is very simple. So you just keep going. The only trick to this is you gotta really cook it out, the flour taste. So you just put it back on the fire, just get back in. You just keep cooking it for a little while. This should take no longer than 2 or 3 minutes of just whisking it, keep whisking it. Alright. At this point, as you can tell, the beginning of your gravy is happening. So now, you have a liquid. You're going to take this, you're going to pour it in. You're going to whisk it in now. See? You come back, you've got your gravy basically. So you're going to let this cook for a little while. Take all of it, make sure you put it all in. Alright? So, now the thing is to keep stirring it. And look how thick that got. Oh my God, look at that. Got a thick, beautiful gravy. Now, let it cool off. Be careful. This is really, really hot. Now, you've taken it off the fire. You have got it as thick as you want. You can make it thicker or as thin as you want. At this point, all you're gonna do is take all this and strain it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as you can see, you have your gravy. It's pretty white at this point. You can make it any color you like. So you come back to your gravy master, you add a little color to it. You know, so people don't say, you know, right there, as you can tell, it's getting darker. You know, you might want it a little darker, I guess. So now, you're going to take it, put it back on the fire, we're going to cook it some more. You're going to take more of your chicken stock you had here. Don't worry, this will stay thick. Just, you know, just to see about a cup. And back to the stirring. So now, you're going to take a little bit of your salt, pepper. Excuse me. 1, 2. And so now, believe it or not, your gravy's made. So I'll show you how it's going to look on your plate. Think about this for your friends and your guests. And so now you've learned how to make gravy. Now I'm going to teach you how to make a really fast stuffing that I think you'll enjoy. Okay, you get yourself some bread, any bread you like. You know, to be honest with you, the best thing for this, you cut the bread 2 days in advance. Okay? Same thing, rough chopping. And all that carrots and onions that you have from your gravy now will become part of your stuffing. So you don't waste anything. So you take the bread and just cut it into cubes. The way I'm doing it. So now you cut your bread, and like I said before, let it sit out for a few days. Cover it with plastic, just let it get hard. The harder the better it is. So you can put any herb you like. I like tarragon. So you take your tarragon and you just slice it, like I said, on rough chop. Just put it inside the bread nicely. So at this point, you're going to take extra virgin olive oil. You're going to coat it really well. Really well. All right? And once again, if you need to make it with gluten-free bread, you can. That bread will, you probably use more bread because it's just very dry. So here you go. Season it. Nice. Put it on a sheet tray. See? Really nice like that. Put all the now we're gonna put it in the oven, you know, about 2 or 3 minutes. Just when it gets golden. The more golden you get, the better it is for you. Once again. So as you see, the bread came out toasty and golden. It's seasoned, it's very, and it's hard. But like I said to you, and I know I'm repeating myself, make sure the bread is really dry. Okay, so now what you need is pork, veal, any meat that you like, round up. You can buy this at the market like this, okay? And once again, we're gonna use the same ingredients, but we're gonna add tomato to it. And butter, and burrata cheese. Okay, so you try to cut everything as evenly as possible, but remember, it's 25% carrots, 25% celery, and 50% onion, and then tomato, another 25%. So you take all this stuff, and then put it in the bowl. Okay, so now you got all your ingredients, you mix them up really well. You're gonna take your pan, make sure it's nice and hot, you know. You're gonna toss them in. Make sure they get nice color and everything. At this point, you're gonna bring this back, you're gonna start adding, I'm using veal. Mix it really well with it. Okay, so take it, start stirring it around. Make sure you cook the meat through. Alright? And like I said, you can use sausage, pork, veal, chicken, you know, whatever you like. Let this go a little more oil. It doesn't stick on you. Come back. Add a little butter. to take your bread. All right. Now you stir it nicely. Okay. You're just gonna put it in here. Come back, stir it. Now you see. Now, the remaining of your chicken stock that you had from before, you're gonna start pouring some in. Okay, this is where it's a little tricky. Go slow, because you can never pull back out. You can add more holes. Just start stirring it. Make sure you see it nice and moist. Alright, this is your last ingredient you're gonna put in, is the cheese. You can use mozzarella, blue cheese, whatever cheese you like. The best cheese, honestly, is burrata or dry mozzarella. Okay, so you're gonna take your cheese, you're just gonna break it up, just like I'm doing right now. Okay, just like that. With your hands hard. Now you can work it, work it, work it, work it. So now you're all done. Now it's just to cook it. But what you do is you take a little pan, take a whole little pan. You can use any kind of pan you want. Okay, and then just pour it in. Pour it all in. So now you poured it all in. You're gonna take your spatula and just flatten it out, just like that. Just the way I'm doing. See? Just like that. Okay. Now you pound it out really nicely. Take a little bit of your butter. Just cube it a little bit. Some on top. Just a few pieces. And just add a little chicken stock. Remember, this is going to cook for at least 20 minutes, 25 minutes. All depends. Just a little more. Okay. Seal it. Okay. And put it in the oven. So now we've cooked it for about 25 minutes, around 375 degrees. Let's take it out and see. So you grab it. Be careful, it's hot. Put it on your table, and well, I really think you would enjoy it a lot. And I just want to tell you guys, I hope you have a safe and great Thanksgiving. See you soon.